Welcome inside fitnessinformant.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube and social media channels. I'm FI founder and CEO Ryan Buckeye here with a product breakdown video on Apollon Nutrition's Molotov non-stim fat burner. This is version 3 of their high quality non-stim fat burner. Today we're going to discuss the differences between V2 and V3 and discuss exactly what it is that you can expect from version 3. So version 2 was a non-stim fat burner. It was really well done, used key ingredients like acetyl-L-carnitine and things of that nature. Now there's going to be some slight differences here in V3 that I'm going to discuss and going to articulate in this video, but then most importantly I want to talk about the current formula and what you can expect as a consumer. So the first ingredient here in Molotov V3 is a Elbaba at a full gram. This is Burn from NNB Nutrition. Now this was in version 2. However, version 2 had 500 milligrams of it. We are now getting 1,000 milligrams of Burn, aka Elbaba. What is Elbaba? Your muscles release this during exercise. So NNB Nutrition likes to say it mimics the exercise. It's the exercise mimicker per se. Now let's not get that confused with, you aren't going to take this particular product and sit on the couch and then your body thinks that you're exercising. That's not how this works. However, it does in fact help you use more brown adipose tissue as fuel or energy expenditure during your workout. So that is exactly what we want to do. You're getting double the dosage that you got in V2 here in V3, and I like Elbaba, aka Burn from NNB Nutrition. It's actually one of the most, it's one of those non-stim ingredients that more companies are using, and I like it because there's proven science behind it. So that's a nice touch there in this particular product. Version 3 also includes Dline Root extract at 500 milligrams. Dline Root extract is a natural diuretic. A lot of people and their bodies tend to hold water weight unintentionally. It's not like I'm telling my body that, hey, I want you to hold water. It's just, that's what happens at times. And when you can actually excrete some of that water out through your urinary system, and aka going to the bathroom, you'll maybe potentially feel less bloated, maybe feel a little bit tighter, and not necessarily have the extra excess water in your system that many people don't love. Like if you think about bodybuilders, for example, like they literally try to shed water as they get on stage, so they look tight and shredded as possible. The next ingredient here is Calorie Burn GP, which is it's a patent branded version of Grains of Paradise from NNB Nutrition, just like Burn at 250 milligrams. Now this was in V2, not Calorie Burn per se, but Grains of Paradise was in version 2. They elected to go with NNB's Grains of Paradise, their Calorie Burn version of Grains of Paradise, which again, like Burn, is very well proven and very well studied and has scientific backing to it. This has been shown to essentially initiate brown adipose tissue to be burned off as fuel, so therefore your body's not storing it as white adipose tissue, aka you potentially burn more calories and not store as much fat. Grains of Paradise can also increase thermogenesis in the body temperature. You may sweat more, but obviously increasing the body temperature can actually help, and I don't want to say this to make it a huge splash, but it can actually help, quote unquote, melt fat away in your body. There's an ingredient that we're going to talk about here in a second that literally can help do that. But that's why you like it. When you can increase body temperature and thermogenesis, your body activates more of that brown adipose tissue to be burned off as a fuel source and not be stored as white adipose tissue. At 250 milligrams, it's a solid dosage of Calorie Burn. It's a very high dosage of Calorie Burn. Big fan of that. Next ingredient here is Enos Slim from New Live Science at 250 milligrams. Enos Slim, essentially what it does is it helps glucose be uptaken by the muscles and not the intestines. And therefore, these can be used as fuel because you want to use glucose and burn it off as a fuel source and not store it as fat. So by uptaking it in the muscular system versus the intestinal system, you are going to burn it off as fuel. It can help regulate insulin levels and glucose levels and protect and help regulate or help with insulin sensitivity. So Enos Slim is a really good key ingredient from New Live Science used in this non-stim thermogenic diuretic fat burner, if you will, to help regulate glucose control in the body and to make sure like you're utilizing glucose the way you're supposed to be utilizing it. You're not storing it and potentially turning it into fat. You're uptaking into the muscular system versus the intestinal system. A lot of good stuff with that. Next ingredient here, and I was talking about this earlier about how you raise body temperature and you can literally melt off fat. Well, this is Capsimax capsaicin, which comes from red chili peppers. Now, it comes in the capsule form because you wouldn't want to drink this, but you can actually feel it sometimes in your actual body, especially like in your stomach when you take a Capsimax product, because when the capsule releases in the system, you start to feel the burn and the warmth in your stomach. And so the studies behind Capsimax has shown that you are going to burn anywhere from 6 to 8% more calories than people who don't use that, whether you're at rest or you're doing activity. There's a lot of good research behind this natural ingredient. Again, comes from red chili peppers, which if it helps you burn an additional 4 to 6% over a 6 to 8%, excuse me, over a 4-hour period of time, you know, that potentially can be up to an extra 100 to 200 calories in that 4 hours of time. And that's actually quite a bit of significance in terms of calorie burn in a 4-hour window by just utilizing an ingredient like Capsimax. So this is used here at 100 milligrams, solid dosage. Again, this is non-stimulant. It's going to help raise thermogenesis. It's going to help you, proven to help you burn more calories than those who don't use it. Last ingredient here is GBB at 60 milligrams. Now, GBB is essentially carnitine on steroids. And I say that because it can help with energy expenditure. It can help, it's going to help you sweat for sure. If you take GBB, you are going to sweat. If you don't, something's probably drastically wrong with you. The problem with GBB is if you take too much of it, it can have an adverse effect. And all of a sudden now you start having the chills and you're sweating and you're cold and it's just a very uncomfortable feeling. But however, GBB overall, in terms of the ingredient in a non-stim fat burner, I'm a big fan of it. I like the increase in body temperature. I like the fact that I'm sweating more. I work harder in the gym. This particular product here, Molotov, is just a phenomenal non-stim fat burner that I would take for fasted cardio, that I would take even alongside my pre-workout to elevate body temperature, because for me personally, when my body temperature is elevated, I tend to work out harder in the gym. It's just a mental thing for myself. Overall, really solid product. It does retail for right around 65 bucks on Apollon's website. That's for 30 servings. That's before any coupon code. Still a really good deal. 4 out of the 6 ingredients are branded and backed by science. And the other 2 that we talked about here, your Dline Root extract and your GBB, very beneficial to diuretics and to thermogenesis of the body. A big fan of both those ingredients as well. If you want to learn more about this product, look below in the description to take you to fitnessinformant.com to read the science behind the SFP on Molotov from Apollon Nutrition. If you want to purchase this product, look below for a link that'll take you to Apollon's website, as well as a coupon code to save you some dollars on this. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe now button here below. Follow us on our social media channels. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and more. And for more dietary supplement breakdowns, product reviews, exercise routines, and nutrition plans, visit us on our official website. We're online at fitnessinformant.com.